Next picture. Sorry, I only put these together very recently. Next picture. So I run a lot of mastermind groups. Recently, 2 months ago, we joined up with Gigatown Paeroa. Some of you from New Zealand would have heard about it. And Gigatown Paeroa is basically a social media competition that is happening around New Zealand. And in the last 2 months, we've managed to get Paeroa to jump from 9th place to 6th place on the leaderboard, to becoming the 6th most engaged city in New Zealand, which I think is very impressive, of course. Then we have got a picture of me and Sam over here. We were at an event with Richard Branson. This girl on the left is not Richard Branson. It's actually this girl called Catherine. Next, actually, 1 second. I'm so sorry. I need to really quickly grab Sam because somehow I've managed to turn on the music and I have no idea how to turn it off because it's a Mac. 1 second. I'll be back. I see you like your Eminem. Fantastic. So amazing. Sorry, guys.
I'm never putting you on a Mac again.
Yeah, can you please not? It's actually not.
That's
okay.
awesome.
All right. Sorry. So I'll just quickly go through all of these. Cool. So we're up to this one here. So Sam and I, obviously, I've known Sam for quite a while. And we went to Russia last year. So doing what I do gives me the opportunity to be able to go all around the world. The picture that came up just before, I was one of the very first speakers that came on board with the first entrepreneurship paper in New Zealand. I write for a lot of media, and I every now and again with my book I manage to get onto different websites. Sam is laughing behind me because yeah, I'm so sorry, so technologically unsavvy with Macs. Awesome. Anyway, and very lastly, one of the very latest sort of success stories that we've had is Tori & Co. Now, some of you would have heard about Tori & Co. Recently, when the royal family visited New Zealand, they purchased some jewelry from a Kiwi jeweler. And Tori & Co. were those jewelers, and we were working with them at the time. And during the massive media frenzy, we were sort of the team that were consulting behind the social media side of things. So a lot of you from New Zealand, you are getting some comments in that you've heard about them. Fantastic, and I'm sure you would have, because it was a really big deal in the media all around the world. Anyway, so why I'm here today, after sort of hearing a little bit about my life story, I went from writing and selling my book to getting it to a bestseller status, to speaking around stages around the world, to actually running my own social media team, which has been very exciting. But I was speaking, as I mentioned, I was speaking at lots and lots of events, and people were asking my advice about social media, and businesses were always wondering about what this Facebook thing was, how can it help their businesses. And because I had written a book about teenagers, obviously they were looking to me for advice about what is this new generation's technology. So I started learning more about it, and soon businesses were starting to demand social media to be actually done by us. And if you think about it, traditional media has always been 20% time and 80% investment, whereas social media is exactly the other way around. It's 20% investment and 80% time, because you need to spend a lot of time on social media as opposed to just sending off an ad for a billboard or whatever else it is, and paying a lot of money for it. So I began to test out some of these systems that I was putting together and all the knowledge and things, and we had great success. We had a number of clients, but between myself and another university student I picked up, we realized that we really needed to expand and grow the team. So we decided to automate the process, and by automating the process, what I mean is I really wanted to come up with something that was going to live on and leave a legacy way after I stopped, being so as involved with social media. It hasn't happened yet because I'm still very much involved with social media and working with clients. But the thing is that I can leave whenever I want. And the reason for it is because of the systems that I've managed to build that are in place. And this is one of the key things that I wanted to pass on to you today, is because these processes and these systems, they let me be able to almost project what results I want to get and make sure that everything runs like clockwork, because I want to make sure that every single thing that we're doing with our team is actually bringing very, very consistent results, but also that we know what certain things work. So we know that if we update every single day, we're going to get this sort of result. But if we update at peak times every single day on Facebook, for example, we're going to get this sort of result. And that's very important in social media today. And to a lot of you that are social media consultants on this call, you would know, or you would at least hopefully be able to assume that social media is not, it's very popular, but for businesses that still haven't understood or grasped why it's important, it's probably because they don't quite understand how it works or why it works. And your job almost is to make sure that they understand why it's a valuable thing. And to me, the processes that we can show, when we can show this is what we do and this is the result we get, is is that really, really awesome thing that we can help businesses out with. So anyway, very soon we had the systems in place and we decided to go out and gain more clients. So on the left, this is one of our long-standing clients, one of the probably in the second year, one of our first clients in the second year that we were running the business. CQ Hotels Wellington. If you are in Wellington, do check them out. They are wonderful. When we picked them up, they had maybe only 200 fans on their Facebook page. They were not a very online engaged hotel accommodation sort of place in Wellington, and they were sort of failing with their SEO and things like that. And within the first few months, we managed to get them up to becoming one of the most popular hotels in Wellington ever, basically. And on the right, you'll see this is one of the screenshots that I tend to show clients that we're trying to sort of get on board. So this is a direct message for a real estate agent that we were working with. And as you can see, that this message about someone wanting to go see a viewing came in December, and we only when we picked up the profile, it was a little bit too late because the house would have gone on sale or whatever else. So this is what I show to people, is I say, look, well, if you're not using social media well, then you are missing out on potential sales, you're missing out on clients, and the worst thing is that you don't even know that you're missing out on these people because you don't even know that they're there. So I've used many strategies during my time online, but email has definitely worked the best. And hopefully this is why you're here, because not only am I going to be talking about, the things that have worked for me, but we're also going to go into more of the details of how to do them yourself. And the reason why email has worked for me, of course, I can do it from anywhere in the world. This is me a few years ago, so hopefully you will appreciate that this is not what I do anymore. I don't have to spend lots and lots of time on the phone cold calling or standing at trade shows, or having to get up in the mornings and have to talk to like lots and lots of people face to face. I can just send out an email, and more importantly is my audience, my market that are going to be reading these emails, they can do it in their own time. When you think about it, when you're using telemarketing or trade shows or speaking or whatever, don't get me wrong, they're all very powerful strategies, but these particular sort of things don't necessarily mean that the person on the other end is ready to listen to you. Whereas email, people will be reading it when they are ready to read it. So here's how I've managed to build up a targeted list of businesses. I will go through this in a second, but just to show you, there are a number of very versatile ways. But what's really worked for me is this. This is, as you can see, this isn't high tech at all, obviously, as we just had Mac dramas when I'd managed to somehow turn music on without even leaving PowerPoint. Just saying, this would never happen on a PC. Anyway, all right. Sam's not very happy with me. What's worked the best for us is having this opt-in form. So as you can see, like, I'm not very technologically savvy, even though I, probably, should be, upskilling myself more and more every single day. And it's just there on our website. And this is an example of something that you can use. Obviously, have an incentivizing offer. You can get similar templates online for things like this. You can Google them. There's WordPress plugins, things like that. And that's worked the best for us in order to actually capture the sort of people that are interested in what we're trying to offer. And basically what we do is once we have them in our system, we give them this free 7-day crash course on social media, which is, a series of emails that we send to them to help with their social media strategy. And after that, we send them monthly trends and we tell them about new things that are happening with social media. And of course, we end up, selling to them every once in a while. So this is an example of one of the emails that I sent through last month. This is one of our really small lists that we managed to get. So every single list that we have, so sometimes when we run the Facebook campaign, or if we run a specific campaign for a specific product on our website, we put them into different lists. As you can see with this one, total emails sent was just over 500, total viewed was just under 100, so read rate was okay, but total unique links clicked was 6. So basically what this is telling me is that my copy sucks and I need to, write my emails a little bit better if out of 100 people, only 6 people were, interested enough to click on it. But the thing is that we got 2 sales from this. So what I really like about this system is you got to look at the numbers, and what I like is that I can project what I want my, for example, income to be next month, because I know that if we have right now just over 500 people on this particular list, and only 6 of them were interested enough to to click through, but we managed to get 2 sales for $500 a month packages for the next 12 months. Well, that means that next month, if I want to get 4 people all paying $500 a month for the next 12 months, technically what I need to do is double that database, and that's and that's going to help me. So in that sort of sense, these numbers really do sort of speak to me a lot. And like I said before, I mean, the only reason 6 people opened up is probably because my copy really sucked for that particular email, so no one was actually incentivized enough to click on anything, and that's fine. So and this is one of the other reasons, is that, like, I don't even need to change the way I write if I don't want to, because all I need to do is just focus on the numbers of how to make it happen. So the more leads we can build, the more sales we can make, obviously, because, the more people know about you, the more people will be able to see and find out about you, and obviously some of them will convert into sales. So here's a number of the ways that we manage to get lists every single day. So obviously I speak a lot around stages all around the world. One of the things that I'm quite sort of amazed about, however, is I tend to know a lot of people in the speaking communities around New Zealand and Australia specifically, and I still have people that are so amazed that I bring, I either bring like a clipboard with a piece of paper for people to fill out their email addresses, or that I ask the organizers for email addresses of people that attended the events. Always make sure that you do this. A lot of you, I'm guessing, would probably be, speaking at some events at some point, and always make sure that you're collecting email addresses, because otherwise that's an absolute opportunity lost. I mean, sure, you can bring your business cards and give them out, but the thing is that what you want to do is you want to take the lead, and you want to make sure that you're contacting these people, because as soon as they take your business card, who knows, they might contact you, they might not. One of the other things that we do is, I don't do this too regularly, but when I do get asked, I contribute to magazines and sometimes newspapers. This always helps, but again, just make sure that you write in the web address where people can sign up to the newsletter. Sometimes I also go into webinars when asked. Obviously, a lot of you here will probably be running your own webinars, which is really cool. Make sure that you always get people just to sign up to your email database through that. Really, really importantly, make sure that you put in links to your email, well, to your opt-in form in your email address. Like, it's the perfect place to advertise. It's free advertising, and you're advertising every single time you're communicating with someone. I think that's pretty special. And the last couple of things is we always make sure that we send a direct message to every person that follows us on social media networks. Twitter is probably the best example because you can do that very easily. And we always make sure that we track our links, and you can do that through websites such as Bitly that a lot of you would have probably heard about. But after you get your list, you're actually only halfway there, because there's two things that you need to do. You still need to get the sales, and then you still need to keep these people in recurring services, right? So how do you do this? How do you get the first sale? Sam's just laughing at my beautiful photo there.
That's a good photo.
I actually have no idea how to go back on a Mac. All right, so here's an example of a $300 campaign that we recently ran, for a service. And as you can see on the left, again, I am not the most sort of wow factor person that comes to technology. This is what our newsletters look like. I find that they convert the best because they're very easy to read and they're very easy to understand. You might have a different idea of what might work for your market, but this is what we did. So we have 3 key points. A couple of them will sell them into something. And as you can see, that there's some stats of how many people viewed, how many people got it sent to them, how many bounced, and unique links clicked. So from this particular campaign, what's the number? 398 or 96 unique links clicked. So from there, we managed to get 70 clients that all paid $300 for this particular campaign that we were running over the Christmas period. And why a $300 trial is so powerful, I'll get to in a second how you can also do a trial like this. So the reason why you're doing a $300 trial is you're hooking people in to so that you can sell them more into ongoing monthly services later on. Why a $300 trial is powerful? You talk to any business owner and talk to them about the investment that they would make with Yellow Pages, with newspapers, with radio, and with TV. $300 is nothing compared to all of those campaigns. A lot of business owners do tend to think that maybe social media doesn't work, this and that. But if you ever find yourself in a conversation like that with a business owner, realistically, if I was to go on the radio, I have not, as someone that is paying for an ad on the radio, I have no idea how many people are going to be listening and actually going to be understanding what I am saying in this ad on the radio. Radio just can't provide those sorts of statistics, whereas things like social media absolutely can. So this is one of the hooks that you can obviously use if you're doing social media work. But here's what you could do. So this is where we're coming down to the stuff that you guys would be able to do. So a couple of my ideas were you could provide a report. So as you can see, there's a little graphic of our concise step-by-step guide to Facebook success in 2014. This was a small campaign that we ran at the end of last month. You can offer some consulting. So for example, you can offer consulting for half an hour and then let people know that if they want to stay on for longer, you can, you'll charge them at a certain rate, or maybe you could give away a free hour or whatever. You can provide a trends report about their industry, or even a report about their business. The reason why I've got these 2 logos on the right is because this is actually how we started off. So what we managed to do was get certain people onto our database. A lot of the people did come through our website and, wanted the 7-day social media course. But what we actually did was we put out an email and we said that we would be happy to help with, about a $200 campaign to create a report about the market of anyone that was on our list. And as you can appreciate, at that time, social media was not as refined a service as it is for us now. So right now we know exactly what sort of service we're providing, but back then we were doing almost anything to do with social media. And 2 of our very first clients, they were Wellington High School, who actually came to us because they wanted us to give them a report about how many social media profiles there are of the school, because they wanted to know which ones were official and which ones weren't, because they wanted to make sure that there were no students that were setting up hate pages about the school. And after we presented this report, our upsell to them was helping them create a database of all the people that used to go to the school to in time for their anniversary, which was great. The second one is the Hillary Awards, which was fantastic because they came to us and asked us about a report to give them the numbers of how many alumni have created groups online in order to actually, find out how many people still identify with this award and, who finds it still very important in their life. And after that, after we presented the report, they got us on for recurring services so that we can help them with gathering, again, a database and contacting people that have been alumni through these groups that we found in step one to invite them to an anniversary they were hosting. So as you can see, these sorts of services are quite different to the sort of social media maintenance that we do now. And for you, this is, if you're just starting, that's perfect because this is your clean slate and you can start with anything you want. And as you can see, we started with some pretty weird things, some pretty weird services. But if you refine your process of how you're doing it, you'll be fine. You will be absolutely fine. So the next step, after we've got the first sale, how do we upgrade these people to monthly income? They've already paid us for something, but how do we keep them in and upsell them at the same time? So that means get them to pay even more than $300. So what you could do, you could offer some social media maintenance. Obviously, it's something that we do. You can offer them ongoing consulting, so coming in and talking to them about their strategies. You can offer training, come in and train their staff. And you can offer campaigns, obviously, to run maybe competitions or something like that. But the one question that you should always be asking is, if I was the business owner, what would I actually pay for? What would I pay for month in, month out? Because this is where it all comes down to. I mean, people come into business to make money, and that's great. But what makes businesses actually stay, leave a legacy, and be successful is the businesses that actually take their target market into account, not just the money that they can potentially get. So for you, always, always, always so important to ask, what would I pay for if I was a business owner? Now, some of you might be asking, why didn't I include apps in this monthly recurring income? Let me just tell you a little bit about apps. So I know Sam talks a lot about apps, and potentially this is the reason why I don't come onto webinars a lot, because apps don't fit in with the current model that we've set up for social media. So local businesses' perceptions of Facebook is that they are very expensive and they're very, very hard to manage, and it's a very long road ahead, from the planning stages to customizing it and all of that. And for us, it just has not been able to fit the model. So while we have some really great case studies of the sort of apps that we've done, Sam and I have worked together on a number of projects as well, and I absolutely understand and see the value for it. For us, unfortunately, the time that we spend explaining to the business owners, and this is just our market, so it's not, it might not be your market, but just for our market, the time we spend explaining to a business owner what an app is, we could be spending actually getting them to pay for maintenance services that we actually know we can do really, really well. Having said that, I totally understand the value of apps, and for me, I just really wish that apps could do the certain things that I need them to, I guess, in a way. But coming back to sort of my little case study, is what we managed to offer was Facebook maintenance for a lot of people that so remember that case study of how we got 70 clients all paying $300 for 1 month. And afterwards, what we did was we upsold them to Facebook maintenance. Now, not 100% of them bought, but quite a considerable amount of them stayed on for Facebook maintenance because they saw the value of what we could provide them during that 1 month trial. And we offer businesses something really, really cool that they want to pay full price for. We have some really great case studies that we can give to them. Some of these are examples of engagement that we've done in the past. But the thing that I love the most about Facebook, and this is one of the greatest things that Facebook lets us do to keep our clients coming back month after month, this is how we get them to stay. And that's through running competitions. So we do Facebook maintenance, and that's something that clients need to pay for month in, month out, and they understand that. But as a business, as someone that is giving some sort of service, you have to keep your client coming back to you because you're doing something that they can never do. So as an example, I mean, if you're just doing Facebook maintenance, your client can probably do Facebook maintenance. They might not do it as well as you, but they can still do it. But in terms of something like this, for us, competitions have always been the number one most useful strategy that we can use online. And competitions always deliver. So this is on the left, this is a small screenshot of, one of the first competitions that we have ever ran for Alana Estate. As you can see, it's not thousands of people that are liking this, but this is a competition that we ran. This is the very first post that we put up after about a year of the Facebook page not being active at all. And competitions for me is why clients need us month after month, because it doesn't matter how many Facebook fans a page has. Clients know that if we're able to run, leads to them, that will lead to sales through something like a competition. That is going to be very, very powerful for them. The good news is that there are a lot of pages out there that need your help. There's a lot of pages out there that don't run competitions at all. Here is a small screenshot of Women in the Rebuild. So this is a group that started up just after the Christchurch earthquakes, the tragic Christchurch earthquakes in New Zealand, and this was a way to bind women together. Now, we, just by posting one post every single day, as you can see, for a week, we managed to get their reach up by almost 4,000%. There are tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Facebook pages like this on there. And, of course, what we did alongside this, we obviously offered a competition package as well alongside this. So a lot of you have probably by now can tell that I'm quite sort of passionate about competitions, and the reason for it isn't necessarily because it's something that I think has brought in an X amount of fans. It's because I know it's brought in results for our clients. It's not something that I can sit here and talk to you about and say, oh well, it's a great idea in theory. It's actually something that I see working every single day, and I know that's the reason our clients stay with us, and I know it's the way that Facebook works really, really well within the system that we've created. So a lot of you at the very start said that you've seen ZoSocial, or you've already bought it, and I've just taken a couple of screenshots from their actual website. In my first impressions of ZoSocial, I'll be honest, when Sam first showed it to me, even though I actually found them online and I was a little bit interested in what they were doing, I sort of thought, oh well, it's another app, so it's probably not something that we'll be able to incorporate into our business. But what I really loved about this was, as you can see, it tells you on the website, on the ZoSocial website, you can see that there's different sort of benefits of timeline competitions and competitions that are run through apps. And ZoSocial manages somehow, I have no idea how, but this is, I guess for me, this is something that I've actually really always wanted, something that's going to combine the two together, because I know that timeline competitions work really, really well. That is the reason why our clients stay with us. But app competitions, I know their value. I know that they are valuable, but in a way, I mean, I'm not too sure how it fits in with our sort of, well, with the systems that we've set in place. But this is perfect because not only does it combine what app contests can do, it also combines all the engagement that we know works with timeline contests. So, and for me, the main thing about ZoSocial was that apps don't tend to be this versatile. That's only in my opinion, but I've never seen an app that can do so many different things at once, and this one does it in one of the smartest ways I've managed to see. And just, I guess, I mean, Sam's sitting over here. He wants to sort of say a few things, but I guess I just wanted to go through a number of things with you guys, because this is how I see something like this actually working in with a client strategy for you if you are planning to do social media, or if you do social media. So you will be able to show your clients that you can work in with what they actually want. And this is, I'm actually really excited to be using this myself, because I can absolutely see the value of it. So there's a number of ways that you can run some of these competitions, and I just wanted to give you, again, not so much talk about how great something is, or give you some hypothetical sort of theories, but I wanted to actually give you some, specific ideas. So if you do have a pen and paper, make sure that you write some of these down, because they are, they work. We know they work, and we've tested them on numerous pages for our clients, and I hope that they helped your clients as well in future. So some of the ways that you can run, for example, sweepstakes. Ask fans to tag their friends in the comment. So one entry equals one comment. You'll get some people that tag 100 friends in their comments, and that's great because you'll have an extra 100 people that come to the page, right? You can get people to share the competition with friends. Just remember that Facebook's terms and conditions, as a Facebook page, you cannot ask people to share something on their timeline. What you can do is ask them to pass it on to their friends. There is a very small wording difference, but do make sure that you don't confuse the two so that you're still in line with Facebook's terms and conditions. And you can also do something like, like our page and post and be in to win this t-shirt or something. Trivia contests, again, so you can get people to answer a question. For example, shoe giveaways are usually quite sort of interesting in the way that they're run. This one on the left is quite an interesting one to run. So they're saying, tag a friend and put in your shoe size, so that if you do win, we know what size of shoe to send to you. I think that's quite sort of smart. And, you can ask people to like a page, answer a question, and pass it on to their friends or tag their friends, which is also very cool. And it gets a lot of people seeing your page. Caption contests, so asking people to contribute with some sort of text. And photo contests, some of the ways that you can run this. So on the left, that's my friend and I in like a photo contest thing stand. So this is what you can do if you've got one of these at your store, or, well, if your clients have one of these at their store. Ask fans to post photos of themselves at a store, or a photo near a stand, or maybe you can say, send us a photo of the most, I don't know, beautiful sunset you've ever seen. I don't know, make up something. Sam's laughing at me because I'm just pulling stuff out of my head, but you can do literally, like with this, you could pull out anything. You could, it's all, you can use anything you wanted for it. And, but lastly, I mean, what my favorite part about this is obviously the automation and the versatility, but that's sort of side notes to what's really important for me, and that's most of all the automatic leads that it can bring. So not only does it combine, and this is where I actually got really sold on this, most of all, these sort of the timeline contests, they work really, really well. We know this, but one of the biggest problems that we've always had for clients is that, getting them to sign up to an email address is just, it takes people so long, and some people get put off the competition and sometimes they won't do it. But with this, they can just click on one button and it's so easy. All the leads are, collected. And obviously, as we all know, leads lead into conversions for sales, and that's all that business owners want. So I'm going to pass over to Sam because I think I'm getting a little bit too excited about this. I'm actually about to go onto my computer and see how our actually campaigns are going with this, because like this is definitely one of the most smartest things I've ever seen. But I'm going to be here. Sam's going to have a bit of a chat to you, and yeah, I really hope that
has this been useful, guys? Say yes if you've learned something. I know. A very good job, and she's one of the things that I like about the way that Eva comes is she always comes from a different perspective from me, and I find that often when I don't have a certain thought about something, or there's an idea that I have, she'll always come up with something different. Not good or not better or worse, but different in a good way, which is really cool. So, who got some value out of that? Out of what Eva's been talking about so far? All right. Well, you look at that. You're getting a ton of comments.
Yay. Thanks, guys.
Let's pop that out. Now, we're going to do a questions and answers with Eva very soon. So definitely stay on the line for that. What we wanted to do, though, is obviously we're going to be doing a bit more about Zoho Social. Some of you have it, some of you don't have it. So who would be keen to see a live demonstration of this software and have a bit of a commentary from Eva and I about how you can use certain parts of it, what might be some useful ideas in the software. And if you haven't seen this yet, this will be particularly useful. If you've got it, then this is going to be useful for you as well, because anytime you can go through the process, it's going to be useful to you. So I need a big yes. Put a big yes. Otherwise, we'll skip on. If you're keen, then let me know. And let's see how many people. Okay, cool. All right, that's an easy one. We're getting a ton of yeses coming in, ton of capital yeses coming in. So what we'll do is we'll go over to my screen right now, and I just want to show you this thing in action, because this, I remember when I first showed this to Eva, it was actually quite funny. She was working on something, and the moment that I tried to go over it with her, and she just completely flat out ignored it. So I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. She just thought it was just another, fancy thing that I was bringing to show her. But this particular one has really stuck, and she's got some certain ideas about how she's using this for clients as well, which is really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into the account right now, and for whatever reason it's not automatically loading up for me, so I'm just going to go over across to Gmail now. If you have, who has some questions for Eva, let me know in the chat right now if you have some questions for Eva that you would like I'd like answered, or anything like that. Let me know. All right, as I just try and get these details. All right, let me know right now. Now, Eva, do you want to go and go ahead and answer some of these questions that we're getting? Just as I bring up my screen, for whatever reason, my login details have eluded me. So why don't we just go like that? And if we have any questions, all right, what would you like? Go Eva, I ignore Sam. Thank you. What's an example of one of the best contests you've run, Eva?
One of the best contests is obviously when we get our fans to get their friends involved. So as a lot of you probably know on Facebook, the things that work the best for clients especially is when you are trying to build on the fan numbers that they already have. And I would probably say, when we went over the sweepstakes examples, so if you get fans to comment with their friends in the comments below, and for every single friend that they tag, they get an extra they get an extra entry. So people are a little bit selfish in that sort of way. Obviously they want to have they want to have as many entries as possible, so it plays on that. And then once their friends see it because they're tagged in it, they'll be able to see they'll be able to maybe tag other friends in it. Also, obviously sharing the contest with their friends and things like that. So yeah, get friends involved. Some people are saying, yeah, absolutely. So, and that's probably the best thing that's always happened. And this is where I come from, because my sort of not hatred of apps, but potentially not something that works in with what we've seen work really well through our timeline contests. Apps just don't have that property to be able to engage multiple fans like that. But this thing, combines the two, as I said before, and I think it's very, very cool. So a couple of other people, they're saying, are you paying for these ads, or you don't have to pay Facebook for these contests? No, you don't have to pay Facebook for any of these contests. We always make sure that we run Facebook contests for free. The reason being is because obviously clients are paying us to do their Facebook maintenance. So one of the ways that we can help them out is obviously run competitions. We do tend to charge people, if some people have come to know us as the competition sort of royalty of New Zealand, that we can run some really great competitions for Facebook pages, and that's great. Sometimes people come to us and they just say, can you run a competition for us for a week? And we just charge them one off, and then obviously we will upsell them into monthly if we can. So that's pretty cool.
All right, well we'll take some more questions at the end. I've got a list now of questions being asked, and we'll definitely do a questions answers, because a lot of really good questions coming in around client getting, updating services, about how to run contests. So we'll definitely get into that in the end. So this is the software that Eva was referring to, and that I've been talking about for the last few days, because I really love this. This is something we both definitely agree on, that this software in itself is a very, very cool software. So this is how you first start off doing it. All right, this is the dashboard. We have the live campaigns, comments, likes. This is basically statistics as to the pages or contests that we've set up. Now, this is an example account that we have. If I go add campaign, I can go through, I can add a title of the campaign. So for this particular campaign, what we're going to do is Eva and I actually are releasing a course very soon in the near future called Social Roost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this the SR promotion. All right, this is the campaign name. Now, Eva referred to 4 different types of contests. I like the way you did that, by the way, with the different types of contests being split up and how you could use every one of them. Sweepstakes is what we're going to run today, but these are the 4 different types that Eva went through in her presentation: trivia, photo contests, caption contests, and there's obviously a ton of uses for each of those. Now you get the chance to provide, or basically how you're going to gather entrants for this contest. So you can choose likes, you can choose comments, and as Eva referred to, the massive growth and viral spread that you get from this software is huge when it comes to encouraging people to like and comment. You can do things. And what was the wording that you used for the share? Obviously you can't tell people to share, but what was the wording you had for that?
Yeah, so you just tell fans to pass it on to their friends, because obviously fans can pass on, comments through, I don't know, through posts on their personal profiles. So, so you're not alerting them to share something on their timeline, but that's what a lot of fans end up doing. You can't stop them from doing it, but obviously you just want to say pass it on to your friends, because you do want them to, I don't know, maybe even not even use Facebook memes, but tell them about the contest.
Does
that make sense?
That does make sense. I think that makes sense. Okay, cool. I think yeah, if you're unclear on that, you can look into it. But do you want to automatically assign a winner? This is another great feature, the automation side of things. You can literally just select the date that you run, and for your contest, Eva, what kind of time period would usually run these things through?
It depends on the prize. So if it's a prize that's worth more than about $100, we would usually give it a good 2 or 3 weeks. If it's in the thousands, we usually try and do about a month. And if it's something quite small, we do 1 week. And the reason for it is because people have different patterns when they visit Facebook. So maybe, you might want someone from your target market who only goes onto Facebook on a Saturday. You don't want them to miss out on the contest or the opportunity to enter. So you do want to set it for at the very least 1 week. I know that some people tend to do competitions that are for a day, but I don't think that that's very sort of useful, or that it utilizes all the resources that you can use from Facebook. Just a really quick thing about these the automatic winner picking. I don't know about you guys, but I whenever we've ever had any sort of competition that say closes at midnight, we actually have people in our offices that have to sit there and count through the likes and the comments and then compare the two. In the past we've used softwares that haven't quite worked out and things like that, but this is fantastic. I've never seen anything that will actually automatically assign a winner. And Sam is going to tell you a little bit about the next sort of automation stages that happen from it. But if anything, this is definitely going to, save us at least an hour per competition, because our contractors don't have to sit there and count up all of the people.
I remember one time, actually, I think we were on holiday or something. We're out somewhere, and then one of your contractors had forgotten to announce a winner, and it'd been an hour, and you were getting messages, emails, calls. We had to connect up to the internet in order to award a winner.
Yeah, that was great.
So yeah, definitely the automation side of things save that hassle from happening. So you can automate it. You can say, hey, you've won, congrats, and here is your link to claim your prize. You can personalize it. You can make it really nice from the business, and you can add prize.com, whatever their prize was, prize, and it will automatically send this message out, a notification over Facebook to this winner in the form of basically, hey, you've won. And they're able to claim their prize from there, which is really, really cool. You can also do this automatically for the losers as well. And there's many ways that you could benefit with this. They may have lost the contest, but hey, thank you for entering. Here's a discount voucher. Here's something that'll pull them back to the site or pull them back into your list. That's also a great feature in order to alert people that, hey, you've lost. but hey, here's another opportunity to engage with our business. There's also the opportunity here to email the winner, which I'd probably do both. If I was going to do one, I'd do both, because often someone may not be checking their Facebook, but they'll be checking their email, and we want to make sure you get the message out to the person. And then you can do that for the losers as well. All right, so let's move on to the next step. And you can see how easy this is to set up. It's very quick, very simple to go through. It's a very complete software. Now, you saw the landing page before, the Zoe Social landing page. This is an example of how that was created. You can create your own through that as well. You basically set a background. You can select what kind of template you want. You can choose a background color, and you can choose a title and the top content on that as well. You can attach it to your list. So what you can do is you can actually gather leads for this promotion, which is also very beneficial, and you want to do that for your clients because, as Eva said, leads equal sales. Okay, they're going to equal conversions, and that's what you want. Now, you can do a self-hosted page as well. You can actually create your own. You can set everything up through here. But for the example today, we're going to go no thanks. We're going to move on to save us some time. All right. Now that we've done that, we've completed our promotion. We've completed the contest. Our campaign is set up. This is what we do next. We go to posts. Now you can see posts. We click on add posts. Now we can either schedule and post over the next month, or what we can do is we can add a post. So if we go down here, we can select add existing posts. We can write a list of posts that we can update. So if you've got a number of updaters, right? Yep. So if you were using this feature, would you have a lot of pre-populated content potentially that you could use, or how would you set up a system that would work with this to make it easy for them?
Yeah, absolutely. So the way that we tend to work with clients is that we actually have a bank of the posts that have been okayed by the client to make sure that we're in line with all their branding and wording that they want to use online. And this is what we would use. So this is perfect because this lets us pre-populate, all basically our entire sort of bank of updates. And obviously this would be not just for, well, it won't be for Facebook maintenance. It would be more for the competition side of things. But, I think that's actually really, really handy because there's only one other software that I've seen, and it's actually only for Twitter, that lets you do this, add sort of existing posts. So that's pretty cool.
Very cool. And we'll just create one today, and we'll do a wee test. So we're going to select SR Promotion to do our post. We're going to add a text and image. So we could say, I'm going to say today, hey, check this out. Enter by clicking like or placing a comment. Cool. Now we'll add an image. So I'm just going to go to my images. I'm going to grab a image today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab we'll go to documents, and for whatever reason it's looking a bit different than it usually does. I'm just going to grab a random image. Here we are. Thank you, Eva. Okay, actually, let's do this. Enter by clicking like and placing a comment about the webinar with Eva from Social eMedia Today. Now we're going to select the time. We're going to post now. Then we click create post. If we wanted to add this post as a post we could use in future, we just click add another post and we would save that. Let's just create post for now. So we're going to create this post, and now it's going to be posted to our Social Roost software page. And it'll also present us with a link that you can go to right now. So can you guys help me test this? Put a yes if you're keen to help us test this today.
Woohoo!
Awesome. All right. Cool. We're getting, I think, a couple of yeses. Who's keen? Tell me now. So put a yes. All right. Awesome. We need your help today. Let's put this in chat right now, and we're going to post that. So go to this link right here, place a comment or any type of like right now on this page. And what I want to do is I'm going to go over and I'm going to show you how the statistics work based on that. Once you've put a comment in there, put a 1 in the box. Awesome. All right, I'm hearing some comments coming through. And all right, we're going to sign into Facebook right now. And that's what you'll hear, the typing. Put a 1 in the box once you've typed a message, and check out this. This is pretty cool. Hearing a lot of buzzers coming through on my phone.
Very exciting.
All right, and we're going to go down and we're just going to check this out right now. Now I'm just going to go to the post that this has happened on. I'll just refresh and make sure that this is updating. All right, let's have a look at this. Cool. So what I've done is I'm going to share my screen right now. You can see right here, this is the Social E-Media logo. Now we have a lot of comments coming in. Thank you. That's awesome. A ton of comments coming in. Awesome. And you can see the amount of likes we have. Now check this out. If we go to Zeus Social right now, we've completed our first post. You can all see this on my screen right now. We go to statistics. And we select our campaign, SR promotion. And as you can see right here, we have 15 comments and 13 total likes. Obviously, good job on the presentation today, Eva. Everyone's really liked it. Let's have a look at the comments. We can see total participants. That's unique participants, and also adds them up, and it adds the emails as well. This is perfect for your clients. If you've ever wanted to be able to, actually, let me just say this, Eva. How would you use this data with your clients?
The way that I'd use the data is obviously tracking back to how many sales they have. A lot of our clients have problems with tracking social media activity to how many sales that they actually make offline. And a lot of the time it's just because they don't want to do it. And it just, I mean, for them, for our clients, it's really, really important to see how it works, to see how many leads there are, how many conversions there are. And this is fantastic because there's just so many different options that you can do with it. I guess, I mean, the fact that you have statistics makes you look really awesome, because at the end of the month, you can say, well, look, this is how many likes we got, this is how many comments we got, and that was just on the competition alone. And that will give you sort of a leading edge. And that's sort of, I mean, yeah, I mean, for our clients, it'll be really important for them to know exactly what it is, exactly what the numbers are behind social media. And as I pointed out before, a lot of people aren't actually quite sure about what social media does for them. So this gives them something very specific. So, yeah.
Very cool. So you can all see the use of this software. This is basically in a nutshell what it does. It's a very simple but very powerful software that does something that's completely different to other contest apps in the past. Often you would have to do an app in the past to run a contest. Facebook then, about a year ago, basically opened up the way we did contests and allowed us then to collect likes and comments in order to award winners. What this has meant is that it's been a lot more open to do contests, and Eva's been able to do that in her business, but there's never really been a software to automate that whole process. And finally now, Zoe Social has come out and automated that entire process right now. So what I want to show you is how you can get access today. And for those of you who are on the webinar who have already got access, I have something really cool, a wee gift for you as well today, for being on here, coming on and listening to this information. Obviously, really appreciate the content that's been shared today. So let me go back to the slides and get this up for you. Now, actually, the first thing is this is the software right here. You can see from my screen right now that you're getting access to this full dashboard. Now, there's a couple of things I need to clarify. This is unlimited access, all right? You get unlimited access to the software. It's a one-off cost. It's going up to monthly very, very soon. There's just a few more days where this is available at a one-off cost. It's going to monthly. It's right now at quite a low cost for a one-off. It's going to be about $97 per month after this ends. Now, also, you get training step by step. It's very easy to set up this whole process, and it's all for just $197. It's not $997. It's not $1,997. It's not anything like that. One off, you get access to the most powerful contest software out there to automate everything. Offer this to your clients. It's going to add another level to your business and give you an unfair advantage over your competition because you have this. And the great thing about this is, if think out how good you're going to look if your competition is doing contests manually and you're able to come up with a software that does it automatically. Everything's going to be 100% solid. That on the competition end date, they're going to be awarded a prize. Now, if you want to get access to this today, we've organized a really incredible bonus package, but it's been made even better by something that Eva's been very generous with for people on the webinar today. I know that all of you have been putting positive comments, all of you are appreciating the content that Eva shared. And what she's decided to do, I'll let her actually tell you. What have you decided to do? And I didn't ask for this. She did it on her own. So what is it that you wanted to do?
Well, I just wanted to give back a little bit, and I know that Sam has been very supportive with a lot of my work. A lot of you guys have been very supportive as well. Obviously, as I said, I'm seeing some familiar names on the webinar today. What I'm giving away is the opportunity, and I don't tend to give away any sort of free consulting, but just for you guys today, I'm giving away the opportunity for you to pick my brain. So basically ask me anything, tell me what you want to achieve online, and as I've mentioned a number of times, I mean, I'm a very sort of system-driven person, and I know that there's a lot of people that have come through Sam that have talked to me about wanting to build a better system in order to build this recurring income stream, or make, sort of systemize what services they're offering. So it doesn't really matter if you're in the same market as me or not, whether you do social media or not. I would love to give away the opportunity for people to come on, obviously one-on-one, so it's not going to be 4 people all together talking to me, and for half an hour over Skype, we will focus solely on your business, what you want to achieve, and I'll give you some really great sort of opportunities to build a system through it. So I really hope that that sort of helps. Obviously, it gives you an opportunity to pick my brain. You can ask me about how much we charge for things, or you can ask me anything you want. You can ask me what color hair I have, but you've probably seen that in I don't know, in photos. Yeah, hopefully it's a little bit more constructive, but yeah, I hope that that's of value.
Yeah, definitely. So who likes the sound of that? Just say yes right now if you like the sound of that. If that's cool, let us know right now. Now this is for the first 4 that get access to today. We can only give it to the first 4 that get access to this today. Eva usually charges hundreds of dollars for her consulting, and she's a very busy person, so it's very generous of her to do this. And as she mentioned, when it comes to systems, she is the guru. She's saved me on so many occasions as a result of my systems being poor, and she's helped many people that anyone mentions like, hey, I want to systematize how I want to unplug from my business. Eva is the person to talk to. She's been able to successfully unplug herself from her business while also doing a very intense university degree, while doing everything else on the side, from speaking to everything else. So there's no one better to talk to when it comes to that. If you want to build a business that lasts for a long period of time, that allows you to unplug, that you can run part-time, she is the person to talk to. Also, as part of this, now this is a really special bonus. This is for anyone who's on the webinar right now who has already got access, and the first 15 that get access newly today. Basically, I went back and I talked to Wilco, and he wanted to give us access to something really cool. This is T Profits. Now, if you've been looking at Teespring, you want to make money for yourself, this is going to be useful for you. It's also great if you have any clients or are looking to get any clients in the clothing industry, the apparel, accessories, anything like that. This is a system that's going to teach you how to use ads over Facebook and a number of other strategies to promote more effectively. It'll also show you how to use contests in that strategy as well. And this is something that Wilco has created. You'll see it on the page that I show you today. That's going to be giving access to the people that have already got access, and 15 people on the webinar today. Now, I have 15 final copies of the video skin. All the bonuses that have been got so far have been given out, which has been great. And Wilco has said, hey, to finish everything off, you've got 15 copies to give away of this as well. Final 15, then it's off the table completely. He's been very generous, so I had to twist his arm and talk to him most days in order to do this. But this is a software that will allow you to build your list more effectively through Facebook, do more video marketing through Facebook. You've got call to actions. You've got, different video skins you can do. You've got different social networks you can post these videos to. Facebook is one of them, and you can build your email list more effectively and also do this for clients. Imagine how professional it's going to look if you come in with a software that's able to, rebrand videos for clients and capture more leads over Facebook. This is going to work in really well with your contests. It's going to be working really well with those social, and that's available for 15 final copies today. Also, now this is not a 30-person limit. This is for everyone who gets access today. Consulting in Minutes. This is basically a package which goes in and has all the resources that I use in my business to find clients, to attract clients. It goes into contracts. It's got, everything is in there. Strategy guides. if you basically want all the resources that I use in my business, you want to use them in your business, this is the package for you. It's going to include, social media strategy templates, client questionnaire templates, pricing plans, selection trees, business proposal template, client contract template, an order form template. Everything is available inside of this package for everyone who gets access today, so you can get off the ground running with this system as well. Now, Eva mentioned the importance of leads. Finding leads is really, really important. If you want to be able to generate thousands of leads immediately that want help with Facebook, which you can attract in many different ways, you can contact, you can reach out to, this is the software for that. This is the software we usually sell for $197 minimum, and we've sold it for as much as $497. This software is going to allow you to find thousands of leads all around the web that want access or want help with Facebook, that basically have set up Facebook pages that aren't successful. Eva mentioned the importance of finding businesses that need your help, and there's hundreds of thousands, millions of businesses on Facebook that need your help. This software is going to allow you to do that. Also, you're going to get access to FB webinars. You can run webinars just like this one through Facebook. So you'll be able to run Facebook presentations. You can do this for people that are looking to be interested in your business. You can do this for clients. Run webinars through Facebook, a software that usually costs about $197 yours today, as well as a ton of other bonuses such as Local Lead Booster, which is a theme, FB Connector Pro, which basically allows you to collect Facebook emails with one click, WP Opt-in Counter, which allows you to cut off an offer once a certain amount of people have opted in, FB Local Hub, which is a theme, WP Coupon Pro. All of these bonuses you see right now are available on this webinar. The first 4 people are going to get access to Eva's special bonus that she's been very generous to supply that would usually cost hundreds of dollars. You get access to Consulting in Minutes. You get access to the T Profits bonus. The first 15 will get access to that. You also get access to all of these bonuses right here for just $197. I wouldn't usually do anything like this. This is a one-time. I was so impressed with Zoe Social that I wanted everyone to have a chance to get access to it with all the resources that they needed in order to make this work really well. So if you want to get access, if you want to be part of that first 4, put a yes in the box right now. This is only limited to 4. If you miss out, I apologize. We can only do that for 4 today, but you will get all the other bonuses right now. So put yes in the box right now. If you want to get access, you want to be part of that right now, put a big yes in the box. And I'm about to show you the link. Awesome. All right, so get your browsers ready. I can see a ton of yeses coming in. Again, we can only offer 4 of these first bonuses with Eva. And then after that, you can get all access to all the other bonuses today at contestapp.com/ZoSocial. Contestapp.com/ZoSocial. I'm putting it in chat right now. We're going to answer questions shortly, but go here right now. You're getting access to all of these bonuses. I can tell you the half an hour with Eva in itself should be costing more than $197. The tips that she'll be able to give you, the strategy she'll be able to lay out. She can tell you exactly what she's done in her business. You can ask any question you want, and you can get access at contestapp.com/ZoSocial. Now, if you want to get access, or if you have got access, if you've got access and you've successfully paid, like Noor just did, who was the first person in. Congratulations, Noor, that's awesome. Someone I know will pick this up and do a lot of things with it. Put an I'm in the box right now. In the questions box, put an I'm in. It's really important that you do that. So as you're coming in, put an I'm in the box. Let us know that you've got in successfully so we can say, hey, welcome, that's fantastic. We can include you on the list. We can give you an idea whether you got the bonuses or not as well. And we know that you've qualified for all of these special bonuses as part of this today. So as you come in, put an I'm in the box. And I'm going to go in how you can, if you've already got access, I'm going to go in how you can get access to the Teespring bonus. And if you want to pay for Eva's time, if you want to get access to that, but you miss out on today's special, there'll be a way that you can do that as well. So put an I'm in if you've just come in, if you've successfully come in just after, at the end of this webinar, put an I'm in the box if you're coming in, and we'll be able to help with that as well. Now, I've got a number of people that are in already, which is fantastic. We've got a number of people that have already said, hey, I'm already in, which is great. Now, I'm going to give you a link to claim a bonus and a code. Now, if you've already got in, go to this address right here and put subject T bonus Eva webinar. Now, if you're just getting in, you won't need to do this, but if you have already got in, send an email with this subject line in your receipt to this address right here in order to claim the additional bonuses. All right, cool. We have Sue who's got in. She's one of the places with Eva, as long as we can verify that. Sue is one of those places. Nora has already got in, which is fantastic. If you're coming in, put an I'm in the box. We'll be able to check you off, let you know that you've come in, and Fantastic. We already have a ton of people on this webinar who've come in. Jim, welcome. That's fantastic. Awesome. It's good to have you on board. And I think Eva's excited to talk to you as well. We'll be connecting you up after this email. Basically be sending an email out to everyone who gets access today with all those bonuses, and you'll get an email from me within the first 2 hours after this webinar with dates, confirmation, congratulations if you've got in. Andy, welcome as well. Fantastic. You're in as well.
Woo!
Awesome. So we'll be sending out an email to you as well. That's fantastic. And if you're getting in, again, let me know. If you have more questions for Eva, we'll be taking questions shortly as well, as John Lee is in. Welcome, John. That's fantastic. Awesome. It looks like we've got a number of people in as well, and already coming in. And Ian, yep, if you can see my screen right now, the link is up. Everyone can see my screen, I'm sure, right now. So if you, to get in, go to contestapp.com/ZoSocial, qualify for all these bonuses. This is, the last time that I'm going to be doing a webinar on this. So if you want to get in right now. Don't waste your time. Get in right now. Get access to this immediately. Start using this. Start applying this in your business. And if you pick up just a small amount of this stuff, you can easily go out this next week and generate some clients, get some money coming in, or you can use this in your own business to generate a ton of leads as well. Awesome. Now, if you're going to use the software, Simon, go out, use ZoSocial for your contests, go approach businesses with this, use the resources that I include there to help you set up your business, and you'll be able to do all of that. Now, Sue, nope, that's all. I've seen your own in. I'm just going in to double check numbers right now and see if there's any more spots left for the EVA bonus. There will still be some spots for the other bonuses that we have in there as well. So make sure that if you are getting in, get in now. Now is the time to get access, and you'll be able to qualify very soon. All right, so going in to check this, and we're going to take some questions for Eva in just a moment as well. Excellent. Cool. And there's all the details of the bonus on the ZoSocial page that I've set up. Cool. Very good question. Now, Nora's asking this question. Nora, obviously hugely successful in herself. But Eva, what would you recommend in terms of a contest? What would you usually charge for something like this? Or how would you package this up for those on the call? To put you on the spot completely.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Well, what we tend to do is, obviously, it depends on the business. It depends on the industry. It depends on what sort of successes they've had on social media in the past. Just as like a blank sort of point number for you, I would probably charge anywhere starting from about $500. The reason for it is because I would charge about $500 for a very, very simple competition. Obviously, people know that if it's going to be a lot more complex, then they're happy to pay a lot more for it. The reason, a lot of people have a bit of trouble charging higher prices. The reality is that people are more likely to pay you a higher price because they perceive a higher value for it, and this is definitely something that's going to be very, very valuable for them. It's automated, it's perfect for capturing leads and obviously making sales, so that's awesome. But yeah, Nora, I would suggest starting at $500. That's a very, very minimum price point, and go up to anywhere to in the thousands, depending on how long the competition runs. And the greatest thing about ZoSocial is obviously you can automate all of that, so that's that's all perfect and ready to go, and all you need to do is make sure that the competition is collecting in those leads. The way to present it to clients is to say, either project how many people or how many leads you think you're going to get from there, or if you've never run a competition before, you could say that, on average, about 30% of people that come through will be, will sign up to the email. And actually, usually in a competition, about 90% of people that come through, if you have to sign up with an email address, they do. So that's what you will be able to tell them. You could say, well, if you have, 100 people that come through, 90 people will end up on your list. Out of 90 people, how many people do you think you'll be able to sell to through your email marketing campaign? And I think that's awesome. Like that should be priceless for the correct client. Just to sort of give a little bit of an example, if that's all right. I mentioned Alana Estate earlier on. So with Alana Estate last year, what we did was we were in for about 6 weeks, and we were running Facebook competitions, Facebook updating and maintenance, and we brought in a lot of people to their database. Now, what happened was when they sent out an email to that database within that week, they were able to sell $30,000 worth of wine just from that database that they had sent through, just from the people that had come through from Facebook. You're more than welcome to use this case study for yourself, but definitely case studies like these show clients that if they understand the value of databases, of emails, then that's definitely something that's going to work. And Noor, I know quite a bit about you from Sam, from the work that you've done with Sam. So yeah, absolutely, like that's definitely something that you can talk to your clients about. So that's very cool.
Excellent. And now I'm just gonna be a quick update. For those Teespring bonuses and for the VidSkin bonus, we have about 8 spots left. All right, total of 8 spots left for those. Already a ton of people have come in. I've been seeing IMINs come in throughout this time that we've been talking. So there's about 8 spots left for those. And if you want to qualify for those, make sure you get in now. Tom G, welcome, fantastic, and Bruce, fantastic as well, awesome. And I'll be refreshing to see those soon, and we'll make sure that those emails go out right after this webinar for you guys as well. Now, there's a good question here from John, which is for Eva. How many posts would you use in a contest like this to promote this contest? How many posts would you usually update with, or how much would you recommend?
Yep, absolutely. So what we would normally do is we'd actually update every single day, if not, maybe even twice a day. Probably the best sort of thing to do is once a day or once every 2 days. And if Sam can let me just get onto Facebook, I'd love to show you just a really quick thing. And hopefully this sort of backs up why, I've sort of offered my bonus to come and talk to some of you. Let me just show you over here. So over here, we are on the Zoe Social Facebook page, right? And if I go up, I can see my page insights in here. So I can click on this, and this is the same for whether you're updating or whether you're running a competition. So when I go and click on posts, and some of you will already know about this, Facebook can give me these stats over here, and it tells me exactly when my fans are online. So it's not the people that are on Facebook, it's when my fans are online. So as an example, right now it's a Friday for a lot of you, but it's a Saturday here in New Zealand. So if I wanted to, if this was a business page, your client's Facebook page, what I would do is I would hover over this, and I would see that the peak times to update when most of the fans are online is at 10 a.m. and at about 10 to 11 p.m. So that's when I would post out these posts. Now, John, you asked about how many posts you would post out for a competition. So, if you're posting it out once, every single day, make sure that when you do post it, you post it at a peak time, and you also have some posts that go out if you can. Just some really general sort of information. So as an example, let me just give you Mischief Shoes. These are a client that we worked with for a couple of days, and now we're sort of helping them out with a lot more social media. So if you go onto here, what you'll be able to see is when we started running the competition. So this was the post for the main competition, but then as it went on, obviously we couldn't just have a Facebook page that was just going to be all about the competition. So we had to add in some other sort of posts. So we had, this Wellington Fashion Week post. Then we promoted again on that same day. Then we had something about a runway, so something to do with the competition, where we reminded people that they can enter the competition. Then we had something, about coffee again, and then after that, again, we had something about the competition. And John, as you can see, every single time we posted about the competition, something would happen on it. So make sure that the Facebook page isn't just competitions, but do make sure that you update as much as you can. And as I said before, people have different patterns of what they do on Facebook, and as a result, maybe someone that was online on Monday won't be online on Tuesday when you put out the competition. So that's why you would want to be doing it every single day.
Very cool. Very cool example. So is that useful for everyone? Just say yes if that was helpful. And we're going to take some more questions here as well. Again, spots are going quickly, so if you are coming in, put an I'm in the box, let us know. And awesome. All right, so I'm looking at questions coming in. When is the best time to post?
We just went through it in the peak time. So Simon, that would be the best time to post when you go into your page analytics and then just see what times on what days your fans are most likely to be well, when they are online, when they have been online in the past. And that's probably the closest thing that that you'll come to exact statistics, because every single Facebook page is different, because every single Facebook page has different markets, different fans. So this is a very customized sort of option for you. So yeah.
Awesome. Cool. What we'll do is do you want to take this question here? And I'm just going to double check how many spots we have left for those other bonuses.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jules said the initial client getting campaign of $300 buy-in. It was successful, but